Chapter 9. Speaking English with Confidence. Hello. In this chapter, we will talk about speaking English. Speaking is one of the most important skills in learning a new language. It helps you communicate with others and practice the words you know. The more you speak, the better your English will get. When I first started learning English, I was very shy. I was afraid to speak because I thought I might make a mistake. But I learned that making mistakes is okay. It is part of learning. The more I spoke, the more confident I became. So, if you are nervous about speaking, don't worry. You can start slowly. You don't need to speak perfectly. The important thing is to speak as much as you can. Try to speak every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. You can start by practicing simple sentences. For example, my name is Adadadai. I am learning English. This is a good start. You can practice these sentences until you feel comfortable. Then, you can add more sentences as you learn more words. One way to practice speaking is to talk to yourself. This might feel a little strange, but it works. You can say things like, I am going to the store, or I like to play soccer. This helps you practice using the words and sentences you know. It also helps you feel more comfortable speaking in English. Another good way to practice speaking is to find a speaking partner. If you have a friend or family member who speaks English, ask them if you can practice together. You can talk about simple things like your day, your hobbies, or your favorite food. Speaking with someone will help you practice and improve. If you don't have anyone to speak with, don't worry. You can find people online who want to practice English too. There are websites and apps where you can talk to people from different countries. You can find a partner who will help you practice speaking and listening. When I was learning English, I had a friend who spoke very well. We spoke every day. Sometimes I made mistakes, but my friend didn't laugh. Instead, she helped me by correcting me. This helped me learn faster. If you don't have a speaking partner, you can also talk to a teacher or tutor. They can help you with your pronunciation and grammar. Sometimes it helps to listen to English and repeat what you hear. For example, you can watch a movie or listen to a song in English. Afterward, try to repeat the words or sentences you heard. This will help you practice the right way to say the words. It also helps you learn how English sounds when people speak. When you speak, it's important to listen carefully too. Listening helps you understand how to say words correctly. It also helps you understand the meaning of the words. So listen to English as much as you can. Listen to songs, podcasts, or even the news in English. The more you listen, the better you will speak. You can also practice speaking by reading aloud. Find a short story, article, or even a simple book and read it out loud. This helps you practice pronunciation and sentence structure. Reading aloud helps you get used to the sounds of English and makes you feel more confident when speaking. If you make mistakes when speaking, don't be afraid. Everyone makes mistakes, even people who speak English very well. The important thing is to keep going. When you make a mistake, try to learn from it. Ask someone to help you or look up the correct way to say something. Every mistake helps you improve. Sometimes speaking in English can feel difficult. But remember, it gets easier the more you practice. Just take small steps. Try speaking a little every day. As you speak more, you will become more confident. Another way to practice speaking is to join a language group. Many cities have groups where people meet to practice speaking English. You can talk with other learners and help each other. This is a fun way to practice and meet new people. You can also join online language groups where people meet virtually to speak English. Don't be afraid to ask questions when you speak. If you don't understand something, it's okay to ask for help. You can say, "Can you repeat that?" Or, "What does that word mean?" This shows that you are learning and that you are trying your best. One tip for speaking is to think in English. At first, it might be hard to think in English, but it gets easier over time. When you think in English, it helps you speak more naturally. Try to think in English when you are doing simple things like walking to school or making breakfast. It will help you use the words and sentences you know without thinking in your first language. It's also important to speak slowly and clearly. When you speak slowly, it's easier for people to understand you. Don't worry if your accent is not perfect. The important thing is that you can communicate. The more you practice speaking clearly, the better your English will sound. One fun way to practice speaking is to tell a story. You can talk about something that happened to you or something you imagine. It could be a short story or a funny moment. When you tell stories, you practice speaking in complete sentences. It also helps you organize your thoughts in English. Finally, be patient with yourself. Learning to speak a new language takes time. Don't expect to be perfect right away. Just keep practicing and you will get better. Remember, every small step counts. Keep speaking English and you will see progress. Thank you for reading this chapter. I hope you feel excited to start speaking English. Remember, practice makes perfect, and the more you speak, the better your English will become. Chapter 10. Reading in English Hello. In this chapter, we will talk about reading in English. Reading is a great way to improve your English. It helps you learn new words, understand grammar, and see how sentences are made. The more you read, the better your English will become. When I first started learning English, I wasn't a good reader. I didn't understand many words, and it was hard to follow the story. But I didn't give up. I started with easy books, books with pictures, and simple stories. Slowly, I became better at reading. If you are a beginner, start with books that are easy to understand. Books with pictures are great because they help you understand the story. You can look at the pictures and guess what the words mean. This makes reading more fun and helps you learn new words. There are many books for beginners. You can start with short stories or books for children. These books use simple words, and the stories are easy to follow. You can also find graded readers. Graded readers are books that are written for people who are learning English. They are divided into levels, so you can choose the one that is right for you. When you read, try to understand the main idea of the story. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. You can look up the words you don't know later. The most important thing is to understand what is happening in the story. At first, reading might feel slow, but don't worry. The more you read, the faster you will become. Just keep going. Try to read every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. The more you practice, the better you will get. When you come across a word you don't know, don't skip it. Try to figure out the meaning from the context. Look at the other words in the sentence and think about what makes sense. If you still don't understand the word, look it up in a dictionary. You can also ask someone for help. Sometimes, when I didn't understand a word, I would guess what it meant by looking at the other words in the sentence.